Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read guide for Zek'voz and Uldir. He has a frontal cone called Void Lash, which should only hit the main tank. This puts a stacking 8-second healing reduction on any one hit. After this, he'll cast Shatter, which does a large amount of damage and increases the tank's damage taken by 50% for 40 seconds. He'll then cast Void Lash one more time, and the tank should swap after this second Void Lash. Throughout the fight, random people will be taking environmental damage. At 100 energy, the boss will cover the room in a black cloud. There will be a section that is not covered that you need to stand in. The clouds will change positions twice, and you'll need to move to the safe spot each time. In phase 1, if you get I-beam on you, indicated by this big purple arrow above you, you have a couple of seconds to move out of the raid. Silithid warrior ads will spawn and target random players. Their attack applies a dot to the player hit. The raid should collapse on the boss so they can be stunned and AoE'd down quickly. Otherwise, stay loosely spread in case someone doesn't move out with the I-beam. Phase 2 begins at 65% and you no longer have the I-beam or warrior ads. Instead, players now get Roiling Deceit, a 12-second debuff that drops a pool on the ground when it expires. Run this to a corner of the room because standing in it spawns an ad. 3 Nerubian Voidweaver ads will spawn around the center of the room. You should CC 2 of them and kill 1 at a time. These ads cannot move and spam an interruptible Void Bolt ability that does a lot of damage. There's no reason that the raid can't stack up in this phase. Phase 3 begins at 30% and you no longer have Roiling Deceit or Voidweaver ads. The random environmental damage is increased in this phase. A blue orb will be bouncing around the room as well. It falls into this purple circle. One person needs to soak this circle or else the raid will take a bunch of damage and probably die. When you soak this, the ball will bounce back up and then move to a new location. This location is based on the direction you're facing. The person who soaks this will receive a 30-second debuff that increases their health, damage, and healing done by 100%. Once one person has this debuff, you can pop all your offensive cooldowns, and after 30 seconds this player will become mind controlled and you need to DPS them to free them. Make sure that if you're this player, you stand a bit off to the side, as when you become MC'd, you'll fear anyone around you. The MC'd player casts an interruptible psionic blast ability which needs to be interrupted or else people start getting feared. In addition to that, once they are broken free of their MC, they do damage to anyone within 8 yards and fear them for 6 seconds. Unless you can mass dispel the AoE fear, it's best to stay loosely spread out throughout this phase to ensure as few people get feared as possible. That was a too long didn't read guide for Zek'voz. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider following me on Twitch. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.